Are you currently suffering from pain on the outside of your foot below the ankle? Hey everyone, this is Dr. Zach Greenwade here at Performance Sport and Spine, and today's video will be discussing peroneal tendinopathy, more commonly known as tendonitis. The peroneal muscles, or fibular muscles, are actually comprised of three separate muscles: the longus, the brevis, and the tertius. These muscles reside in the outside or lateral compartment of the lower leg and then run behind the lateral malleolus, which is a large bone on your ankle, and then insert into the foot. What does this condition feel like? It presents as pain with occasional warmth or swelling over the outside back part of the ankle or foot, and it's aggravated with such activities as raising up on your heel, changing direction, or walking on uneven surfaces. What causes this condition? The main issue here is mechanical overuse or overload, where the load on the tendon is greater than the capacity of the tendon to handle it, and that can irritate the tendon. And if this happens for long enough, it can cause structural changes and degeneration to the tendon. Therefore, it's extremely important to reduce or temporarily modify the provocative activities or movements to help the tendon calm down. And it's most commonly seen in runners, especially endurance, skaters, or skiers. And we greatly appreciate it if you like our video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Now we'll talk about this muscle's function. Open chain movements, or when your foot is not contacted with the ground. So plantar flexion is when you point your toes away from your foot or ankle downwards, or eversion, where you roll your foot outwards and your base of your foot points out a diagonal. And then closed chain, where your foot is in contact with the ground. It dynamically stabilizes the transverse arch and stabilizes the big toe when you push off. Now we'll cover the exercise and rehabilitation portion of this video. For the first exercise, in a seated position, you're going to take a PT band and anchor it around the opposite foot, and then place it under the affected foot on the front of it. Keeping tension with your hand, you're going to press your affected foot out and down at a 45, and then return to the starting position. You should feel tension over the outside of the lower part of your leg where those peroneal muscles are. Again, you want to go slow and controlled and keep tension with the band. Again, try to press out and away at a 45 degree and go as far as you can. Often this movement feels awkward initially, and so you might have to build up stability over time. The next exercise, we're going to roll the band down to the midfoot, keeping tension with our hand on the opposite foot. And for this one, we're going to roll our whole foot outwards or evert our ankle. Again, you should feel tension over the outside or lower part of your leg and go as far as you can, maintaining tension with the opposite foot and the band. Lateral banded walk or crab walks. Put a PT band around your feet and then walk laterally. So slightly bend your hips, press your right leg out, and then your left. Try to keep tension on the band the whole time and go slow and controlled. You feel tension over the outside part of those peroneal tendons. To increase the difficulty, you can make a wider stride width, or you can increase the band resistance. For this calf raise, you need a band or a towel. You're going to place the towel or band under the front of the foot of the affected leg, and then pull the opposite arm away from that foot. While maintaining tension, we're going to raise up our heel and down slow, trying to keep pressure over the whole front of the foot equal and maintain pressure away from the foot with the hand and the band and the towel. A common error to be aware of is rolling to the outside of the ankle. So as you press up, if you start to lean to the affected side, you're kind of compensating for those weak muscles, and you want to avoid that. Again, you want to raise your foot straight up and not lean to the affected side. So if you think of your foot as a tripod, think point A by your big toe, point B by your little toe, and point C by your heel. We want to keep equal pressure. So we're going to talk about keeping pressure equal on A to B, and that's what we're referring to. For step-ups, find a small or moderate step, place the affected foot up, and keeping equal pressure between the points on your foot, step up towards the ceiling, and return to the ground. Again, as you step up, you want to avoid leaning away to the affected side, and target those lower peroneal muscles and keep your balance equal over your foot. So single leg stance. For this instance, my right foot's the affected foot. So we're going to raise our other foot up to a 90-90 and then hold. Work up to holding to 30-40 seconds, keeping equal pressure on that AB that we talked about earlier. To increase the difficulty, hold a weight in the arm of the leg you're raising up, maintain that AB contact on the stance leg. Load management, how to modify activities to help the tendon calm down. And we can do this in three ways: intensity, frequency, or duration. So it's important to try to do things less often, less intense, or for less periods of time to help things heal. With tendons, some discomfort is normal, and often anything 4 out of 10 or less or mild pain is okay, but it should always feel safe for the person doing it. And it should dissipate within a few hours of being done and be no worse the next morning. Thank you for watching our video on peroneal tendinopathy. We really hope you found it helpful. If you did, please like our video, subscribe to our channel, and then don't forget to check out our other videos.